There are new questions tonight about how Red Bank police handled a fellow officer showing up to work drunk. Good evening, I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Calvin Sneed. We first told you yesterday about Detective Doug Millsaps, who was highly intoxicated during an annual in-service firearms training session at a shooting range. Tonight, News Channel 9's Natalie Genereski has more on what an internal affairs investigation is revealing about what else happened that day. Natalie?
Kim, Calvin, good evening. Detective Millsaps was given 4 breath tests the day of that incident, 2 at the firing range and then 2 here at the Red Bank Police Department. But it's how those tests were administered that's raising questions tonight. It was 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday, October 7th. According to this internal affairs investigation, Detective Doug Millsaps showed up to this shooting range drunk. When fellow officers noticed, Sergeant Dan Seymour gave him 2 breath tests on the spot. He was twice the legal limit. But according to this official alcohol log that Seymour kept in his patrol car, Seymour just wrote down administrative instead of Millsaps' name. Then Seymour took Millsaps to the police department for 2 more breath tests. That's where Seymour again left out Millsaps' name and instead typed out a series of letters. Police Chief Tim Crystal told me over the phone there's an explanation for that.
We do use the machine at the jails or do blood draws. So that machine is not used that often, and the keyboard was not functioning properly, but his name is written on the result sheet.
Meanwhile, Millsaps resigned immediately after the internal investigation began.
The intent of the investigation is to determine what happened and take whatever action is appropriate. If I no longer have an employee, there's no reason to continue with that.
Or is there? In some cases, officers who resign before an internal investigation is complete basically have a clean employment record. If another department doesn't know about the allegations, Millsaps could be back on the job in just a few weeks. And of course, you can depend on us to keep track of Millsaps to see if he ends up at another department. For now, we're live at Red Bank Police Department. Natalie Genereski, News Channel 9, back to you.
Natalie, any official record of this investigation besides at the Red Bank Police Department?
Well, Calvin, Chief Crystal says he submitted the investigation records to the Post Commission, which certifies officers. But we talked to the Post Commission today, and they said that they have not received those records as of yet. Calvin?
Okay, thanks, Natalie.